January, February, March. Whoa! Oh my god. It's official. It's 204.4 chapters. One of my breaking points this year, you guys. This month's theme is going to be detoxing and resetting. I know she's a little dramatic sometimes. Don't let someone tell you that love does not exist. He doesn't make junk, so why should I act like I'm junk? That's a bar, write it down. And my kid's dad was taking me to court. He was trying to take me for everything, although he came with nothing, which is crazy. One of those things, I wish I would have been scrapbooking. Okay, this one's it. Dear Diary, I've tried setting big goals before, big lists, big expectations, big pressure. And the truth is, I don't want to do life like that anymore. This year, I want to work in 30 days, just the next 30 days. Every month, I'm choosing a theme, one focus, one intention, one way to gently challenge myself without overwhelming myself. And this month, we're detoxing and resetting. But more than that, we're stepping into our best version, slowly, peacefully, and intentionally. January isn't about rushing. It's all about calming my nervous system, choosing movement that feels good, like Pilates, taking more walks, creating days that feel supportive and not chaotic. I want to be intentional with my time, with my space, clearing what feels heavy and making room for what feels light. I want to read more books. I also want to journal more. And I've realized something about myself. When I journal, when I scrapbook, when I sit down with my thoughts and create with my hands, that's when my body feels the most rested. My aura ring always tells me the same thing. Something shifts, my nervous system settles, I feel safe, but more than anything, I feel grounded. So I'm tapping into more of that, listening to my body instead of fighting it. I'm starting January not fast, but actually slow, on purpose, but with intention. And with that said, I hope you enjoy this new series on my channel as we achieve our goals together. This year, we're doing things differently. And with that, let's get back to the video. Oh my god. It's official. Good night. First song of the year.
I had a told God I'll be back in a second. Man, it's so hard not to act reckless. Back in my day.
Good morning, beautiful people. Happy first of the year. We are actually on our way to the gym. It is January 1st, you guys, and I'm just so fired up about this new plan, goals and intentions, and I feel like I have so much clarity. It's not that I feel, I know this is gonna be our year, babe. It is our year. I want to know, what is one goal that you have for this month?
Call me, no matter where you are, no matter how far. Ain't no mountain high enough.
Where's my aunties at?
Woo! This will be an everlasting love.
Do you remember? I just stopped really quick to get a cup of water with ice at Starbucks. Perfection. That is so good. If you guys were to see the amount of drinks that I have right here, you would be like, she has issues. Or maybe you're like me. Drink number 1, mega tea. A cup of iced water. Hot tea, a cup of hot water. Because I'm going to pour this tea into here. Guess what? I just realized I don't even have my gym bag with me. We got to go back home.
a couple.
Oh, perfect. All right, thank you. Okay, this one's it. I also found this for my journal, and then this for scrapbooking, and then this also for scrapbooking.
This one's scanned also.
Day one of doing at-home Pilates with Izzy.
Breathing inhale through your nose. Making sure you've got that right wrist directly under the shoulder here. And it's a nice long line from your right knee to your right foot to make sure this is comfortable. Beautiful, guys. Flowing through here. In 3, we're going to add a crunch left elbow to knee. In 2. And hold here. Some nice deep breaths. That left foot.
This ain't no joke, guys. This ain't no joke. And I want to apologize to my body.
Feel that hip distance apart. You just lift your right.
It's okay that you're feeling blue, 'cause I'm here to stay.
Okay, we are all done with our workout, you guys. When I tell you that workout was everything, I'm gonna eat a couple of oranges. My daughter's a sweetheart. She actually cut up a bunch of oranges last night and she put for anyone. I have ground beef that I'm gonna warm up now, sweet potatoes, and a little bit of jasmine rice. Our food is ready. Half a cup of jasmine rice, sweet potatoes, and some ground beef. I'm gonna also eat a couple of cucumbers right now. That's something that I really want to start doing before my meals. I just added this to my bowl, and now it's so pretty. Good morning, you guys. Welcome to another day. I was gonna say like welcome to day 2, but we're not doing 75 hard, guys. We're actually doing a monthly challenge. Let me explain a little bit about what I'm doing, what my intentions are, and how I think that this is gonna be a complete game changer for me this year. When I started 75 hard, I started because I wanted to get some really good results. I felt like it was gonna be the way I could lose weight, which we did lose some weight, but more than anything, I picked up some amazing habits. One of those was reminding myself that I needed to hydrate throughout the day, and the only reason why was because of the fact that I needed to check it off. But one thing that I did realize during doing 75 hard was that I never knew that I was going to end up having transformation after transformation after transformation. This time around, I don't want that type of pressure in my life anymore. What I'm really looking at is super sustainable results, and what that's going to look like for me is not thinking 75 days, not thinking even 50 days. To be honest with you, not even thinking 45 days from today. Every single month is gonna have a theme. This month, we're working on detoxing not only our body, we're also gonna be detoxing our phone, getting rid of any photos that we don't need anymore, but we're also going to start resetting for this new year. Now, I know a lot of people already did vision boards and all that, but to be very honest with you, I haven't finalized my vision board yet. I printed my photos and I got the little canvas and all that. As a matter of fact, it's like right there on the floor. This month, I am focusing on Pilates. I'm also focusing on going to bed a lot earlier. The other thing I'm focusing on is not hiding my body anymore. For a long time, babe, and I mean a long time, I've been hiding my body. It's exhausting. I'm tired of it. So I decided that this year I was going to do these monthly challenges. That way it wasn't too overwhelming for me. It wasn't going to be too overwhelming for my daily habits, because I knew that I wasn't trying to hit, I think like 8 or 7 tasks every day that still did not have nothing to do with what I truly wanted to do. There was days that instead of me doing one of those things, I wish I would have been scrapbooking. I wish I would have been adding more pages to my journal. When I actually started to write out a bunch of these things, it's actually where true growth growth really started happening with me. And I want to share something with you. I've been at my leanest. I've lost the weight. But what I didn't realize is that deep down, all the way down, underneath a lot of those happy photos, I was still carrying something super dark. I was still carrying this belief that I wasn't good enough. And to be honest with you, even at my leanest, it still wasn't good enough. This time around at 204 pounds, well, that was as of yesterday. Today I weighed in and I'm at 200 pounds exactly. So when I'm telling you nutrition is key, it is. But I also think that calming your nervous system also is super important for us, especially when we want to age gracefully. I'm close to being 47. If there's one thing I wish my mom would have done more for herself, I wish she would have been a little bit more selfish with herself. This time around, we're gonna do this with so much grace. We're gonna do it with peace, with love, with joy. Also, the thing that I really want to do is I just want to be nice to myself. I can't believe I just said that, but I do. I want to look at myself through the eyes of God. He doesn't make junk, so why should I act like I'm junk? That's a bar, write it down. I do work in a couple of hours, so I'm gonna hurry up and tap in to my workout. Yesterday was day 1 of Pilates. I had such a good time, girl. When I tell you, my body, I moved things I didn't even know I had. I thought I could lift. Girl, try a session of Pilates with that girl, Izzy. I know that she's gonna help me transform my body. It's more than that. I think it's being able to connect with your body. Now, when you're feeling pain, your body is trying to tell you something, babe. I was not listening to my body. And because I stopped listening to my body, because I stopped doing what I knew I needed to do, it led me to where I was at, feeling super sluggish, tired, overwhelmed, nothing fitting. As a matter of fact, one of my breaking points this year, you guys, I was at work and I just feel and I'm like, what? I go like this, my pants rip. My whole butt cheeks were out, girl.
Producers, play it back. Producers, play it back.
Thank God I had a jacket in the back of my trunk and nobody was behind me, but everything was showing. The zipper right here, it went poof, it just opened. I'm like, oh my God, okay. Well, guess what? The liner opened up too. So now I have my lonja, I mean the kangaroo pouch coming out through one and then the other side. And I'm just like, Raquel, you have to stop. You have to make a change. And I want you to know you're in the right place at your own divine time as you step into the best version of yourself. What do you want? What does she do? What time does she wake up at? Does she move her body? Does she drink? What does she eat? What kind of water is she drinking? What does her house look like? What does her house smell like? Just start thinking of what you truly want. Don't worry about how it's gonna come. When the why is big enough, baby, the how will find its way home, okay? With that said, you guys, I'm gonna go work out. I love you guys so very much. Today's day 2 of Pilates and I'm super excited. I'm not paying for anything. I'm doing it free on YouTube. I'll make sure I link it down below. The whole series of what I'm going to be doing.
Through the legs. Once you through your abs, relax your shoulders. You are doing
Ready? Good morning, beautiful people. Welcome to the first video. Actually, this may be the second, but anyways, we're gonna talk about this year's goals and intentions, and I'm excited. You can tell. I know. This year, okay, take a deep breath, rock. Woo! Okay. It's because you guys don't even understand how excited I am, girl. Lean in, girl, lean in. This year, I'm not doing everything at once. And I'm not trying to become a completely new person overnight. Instead, I'm doing something that feels super peaceful. Thumbnail. I'm choosing one focus every single month. So for the month of January, my focus is to detox and to reset. Not just my body, but my mind, my home, my habit, and my energy. Here's the reason why I want to do month-to-month focuses. Because in the past, I used to sit down in the beginning of the year and write out everything I wanted to change. My health, my finances, my routines, all those routines, my goals, my mindset, and it was all at once. And honestly, it became overwhelming very fast. I got this new board the other day at Michael's. You guys went with me and I realized that I need to create a new system. And I'm going to do that here with you guys today. I noticed that when I tried to fix everything at the same time, I ended up burning out. This is big. Where were we at? Or I felt like I had failed before I had even started. So this year, 1, 2, 3. January, February, March. Where's April? April, May. Oh wait, I should do it the other way. Hold on. January, February, March, April. So this year I'm doing things different. I'm slowing down. 1 month, one focus. Well, that looks like 2, but it's 1. One intentional commitment at a time. I'm not talking about extremes. No pressure, no punishment. No punishment, babe. Not here. No more. We stopped that last year. No all or nothing mindset. I'm so tired of having that mindset that either I go all in or I'm out. No, because life happens. And that's what I realized in 2025. And honestly, reset just means gently coming back to myself. What are the things that I truly want to achieve this year? And that's exactly why I cut out 12 months, because I'm going to be very intentional this year. That's actually my word of the year, by the way. So with January, where's January? Here's January. January is gonna be all about clearing my space, physically, mentally, and emotionally. January reset, where are you at? Here you go. Okay. For my body, January looks like simplifying everything. Drinking more water, eating more foods that make me feel energized but not heavy. Moving my body in ways that make me feel really good instead of forced. I'm also not trying to be perfect. We already tried doing that and we already know how that went. I'm simply just asking myself one question, just one. Does this make me feel better or make me feel worse? January is gonna be the month where we focus on quieting the noise, less squirreling, less comparison. Where's those pictures at? Let me grab them. They're right here. January is going to be about less comparing, more journaling. We are going to be focused on journaling. Look at this cute journal I got. I got this one for Christmas. And look at this one that my daughter Emma got me. My kids sure do know me. All right, so let's talk about a couple of the photos that I printed out. So in this month, I want to do more journaling. I also want to make sure that I'm scrapbooking and capturing the moments. What I realized is that when I journal and I do scrapbooking, aka what people call junk journaling today, I feel like so happy. I also love going back to like my old journals, like this is from last year, but to be able to come back and to see like where I was at that time, and to me it's just priceless. It tells me like the things I was doing, my mindset. What I also love about it is to remind myself of how far I've came. I documented my debt-free journey in here, which when I was writing it down I was extremely embarrassed about it, but today being debt-free I am extremely proud that I made the decision to just start. And I think that that's what this year is all about. It's going to be intentional. If there's one thing that really motivates me is going onto the app, which is Pinterest, that if somebody else was able to achieve that, it's just the universe, God, your higher power letting you know that if that person was able to do it, so can you. The only difference is those people just never gave up. And that's the mindset that I want to have this year. I don't want to be hard on myself this year. I want to be extremely gentle with myself. I want to wake up in the morning and feel good. I don't want to wake up feeling pressured, like I have to do it. My mindset of all of January is going to be, I get to do this. I get to write the new intentions and goals. I get to journal. I also get to detox the phone numbers, the photos that no longer serve me purpose moving into this new year. I also get to create my environment. I get to dream. We have a whole new year ahead of us. And whenever you're watching this video, I just want to let you know that it is your divine timing for you. I'm like, am I blurry? For you to say, what do I truly want? I think for the last couple of years, and I'm going to have to say probably like the last 8 years, I have been not living to my true potential. I only say that because I was carrying a lot of guilt that no longer serves me. Not this year. This year, we get to rewrite our story. This year, we get to create the vision board. We get to dream again, which you can dream at any time you decide to dream. It's just when you choose to do that, you can do that. I've also been asking myself a lot, what thoughts do I keep replaying that don't actually deserve my energy anymore? So this month, I'm choosing peace. I'm choosing a whole bunch of it. And I realize that I need to dream bigger. Remember in the last video, in case you guys didn't watch it, I'll make sure I link it down below. But I was talking about writing the list of all of the things that you achieved that you probably forgot that you achieved. And I'm going to tell you guys something. In case no one's told you yet, everything always works out for you. And if it doesn't, it's just because something better is coming. Remember that one relationship? Well, let me tell you a little bit about this relationship I was in. I was in this relationship. I was like going to church. I'm like, oh my God, God sent this person to me. Yes. I thought I had like, me gané la lotería, like I had won the lottery. 5 years later, when he decided that he no longer wanted to be in this relationship, I remember that I felt like my life had completely ended. Like, oh my God. That's a little dramatic because it wasn't really because of him. It's because I also had lost my mom at the exact same time. And when I lost my mom, less than 2 weeks later, my kid's dad, we separated, okay? So not only was I mourning my mom, but now I was mourning this relationship. The reason why I want to tell you guys this is because when you guys are thinking of what you truly want, sometimes we want things that no longer serve us purpose. And sometimes people are no longer supposed to be in our life, right? And I remember crying, waiting almost a year for him to come back. I'll never forget, I used to cry on my couch and I would blow his phone up and I'd be like, you know, we have kids and this and that, and let's go to therapy, let's go to counseling, let's go to all this, okay? Just bear with me. You're gonna understand why I'm telling you guys this story right now, okay? And I remember that I was like, where did I go wrong? Like, how could I put myself in this situation again? And it's when a close friend of mine told me, what do you really want? And my house was in foreclosure, you guys. And she says, do you really want to save your house? And I said, yes. She says, and put it on a vision board. I'm like, this lady's crazy. My house is in foreclosure. My mom just passed away. My kid's dad just walked out on me. I literally am going to the welfare office to go get food stamps because I didn't even have money for my kids, you guys, for groceries. It was a mess. And I'm like, how is this lady telling me to create a vision board? She's crazy. And she says, do you really want to save your house? And I said, yeah. She's like, do you have a picture of your house? And I said, yes. So I had pictures from when I had got the house. My mom and me took like photos, you know, like when you would go develop the photos back then, which now I'm back into doing all that because I just love this stuff. But anyways, she told me, get a vision board, get a board and anything. I didn't even have money to go buy the board, okay? So I got this box that I had in my garage and I ripped the cardboard off. I put my house on there. She says, what else do you want? And she's like, what kind of relationship do you want? And I'm like, I don't want a relationship. To be honest with you, I was at the point to where I'm done. I had already gone through 2 relationships, 2 baby daddies. It was drama. It was a lot of drama. 2 not very nice ex-mother-in-laws, if you know what I mean. That's why I'm going to be an amazing mother-in-law. Let me just tell you guys right now. Anyways, stay on track, Raquel. So she's like, you need to do and put, what kind of man do you want? I'm like, I don't want a man right now. Like, no, you do. Don't let someone tell you that love does not exist. And I'm here to tell you that too. So I get a magazine that I had here in the house. Remember when they used to send you guys magazines to your home? You guys are too close. Back up, girl. Back up. Am I blurry? Oh my God. I pray to God that it's not blurry. So guess what? I get this magazine and I see this fit couple running. I have it in my closet, by the way. I still have this vision board. And I put it on my vision board, okay? I put a bookshelf, a trip to Disney World. Your girl didn't even have money to keep her gas on, okay? At that time, my best friend sent me $200 to pay my electricity bill. My sister sent me money from Mississippi. I was in the trenches, baby girl, okay? And my friend is like, you need to put it all on your vision board. And I'm looking at her like, mujer, tú estás loca. You crazy girl, you know? And guess what, you guys? Everything got manifested. Everything. The money to pull my house out of the foreclosure, it came. How? When the why is big enough, the how will come, honey, okay? The other thing I want to tell you guys is, why are these important? Because you don't know what could truly happen. When the why is big enough, the how comes. Guess what happened? Yeah, I cried for a year waiting for him, but guess what? What is for you will be for you. What's not for you is for somebody else. Lo que es tuyo es tuyo. Lo que es de otra persona es de otra persona. At that time, me begging for this guy to be in my life, I would have blocked all of these other blessings that God had for me. Okay? I'm not trying to say whoever you believe in, you all know I believe in God. But when I'm telling you, the money came in, the other thing, guess what? I ended up winning a free all paid expense Disney World. not land, world, baby. The hotel was paid for. All the theme parks were paid for. Dinner was paid for. Okay, I put that on there. Guess what? I had my 5 kids in a car that didn't fit all of us. There was times that I was carrying 2 of my kids in one car, in one seatbelt strap. I don't recommend it, and I will never do that again. But when you are going through it, babe, and you gotta transport somewhere and take these kids to school, you will do what you gotta do, okay? So guess what? I ended up flying off the damn freeway. I totaled my car. Guess what I had put on my vision board? A brand new Honda Odyssey with TVs, leather seats. Guess what? I ended up walking out of the dealership. My insurance company messed up on my quote for my Camry. They were only supposed to give me $11,000. They gave me $17,000 for my Camry. The girl had left me a message and she says, because we already legally verbalized it to you, we have to honor you that price, but I don't know how. Hello? When the why is big enough, the how will come. I don't know how, but I have to honor you the $17,000 for your car. My car was only worth $11,000, you guys. Guess what I did? I walked into that Honda dealership because I'd already paid off a Honda loan. My credit was in, like, girl, I was at 700 and something. My credit went down to 536. I walked in that dealership. I took a shower that day. I took my kids with me. I walked in there with so much confidence because I knew one of the managers. I'm like, I don't know how you're going to do it, but I want you to get me 1.9. He says, Raquel, girl, you don't even have a job. I go ahead and put that job on there. Girl, when I tell you, I walked out of there with a nice down payment on that Honda Odyssey, a low monthly payment, and they had to cut me back a check for $10,000 because I took them the check from the insurance company. They cut me back. Guess what I did with that money? I was responsible. I ended up paying off the credit cards that I owed at that time. And then guess what I did? I started charging those up again, but that's a different story. That's not the point of the story. The point of the story is that I needed something bigger. I put that car on my vision board, okay? It gets better than that. Oh, are you ready, honey? It gets better. So I am all of a sudden, my friend called me and they're like, oh, you know, something happened to my best friend. So we were trying, he got murdered, okay, in El Salvador. And they called me. So we were trying to get all of our high school friends together, help the family bring back my friend's body from El Salvador. That way they can bury him here, okay? So I start DMing all of my friends on Facebook, like, hey, we're getting together, you know, da 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 da, blah, blah, blah. So one of the guys, I didn't have his number, so I messaged his wife. And then the wife's like, hey, call Negro. And I'm like, what? I thought Negro got married. Negro thought I got married. Okay, guess what happened? Remember on that vision board, I put the fit couple that running, you know, when my friend told me that I needed to do a little vision boards and to put a dream love on there and all this. And I was like, there ain't no real love with these guys. Da, da, da. You got to change your mindset. You got to change your life. Because if you are thinking that there's no true love out there, guess what? You're going to continue to attract people that will not give you that kind of true love that you're looking for. But first, you got to raise your standards with yourself. And I started to work on myself. And during that whole entire time, I was like listening to personal development. I ended up doing this one course and I had to read the book, You Can Heal Your Life and the 4 Agreements. Those 2 books completely changed my life. I'll link them down below. But guess what happened? I called Negro. Negro doesn't answer. The next day, I'm at a little business meeting because I was still hustling from my home. Let me just tell you. Oh, and by the way, after my mom passed away, I lost my job. They actually let me go and I was on maternity leave. Check this. Okay, that's for a different story. So I go and I'm like, hey, seeing every from high school. I was feeling confident because I had lost some weight, girl, and I was really looking really good. But now I'd be like, oh my God, they're going to be like, that's Raquel Figueroa because I'm heavy right now, girl. Anyways, we're not going to talk about that because we're working on our fitness right now. So back to the story. So then I was like, yeah, so I see everybody. Hey, the next day, okay, I get this phone call and it's like, you know, I'm like, hello. And then he's like, who's this? And I'm like, well, who's this? I had a little bit of an attitude. And I'm like, well, who's this? And he's like, well, you called me. I'm like, well, who's this? And I'm like, this is Raquel Figueroa. He goes, hey, what's up? Just like that. And I was like, oh, hi, how are you? And he's like, yeah, you called me last night, blah, blah, blah. Girl, he says, oh, so how have you been? Blah, blah, blah. We talk. Girl, I was like, I'm at a dinner meeting right now, but I can call you when I get home. We talked till 3 o'clock in the morning that night. Girl, when I tell you, I was like, because I really liked them in high school. I was actually supposed to hook up with them, but I ended up with my baby daddy, okay? But let me tell you, full circle. Anyways, so remember about the photo about the girl that told me to put the photo and what kind of guy I wanted? Here's what I wrote. I want a good man. I want a good son. Because if he's a good son, he's going to be a good man, you know? I want someone that doesn't lay hands on me. I want someone that loves my kids unconditionally. I want someone that has a legit job. Okay? Okay. Yeah, a regular like paycheck that comes into the home. You know what I mean? Because I was so sick and tired of raising these people, trying to fix these men, trying to fix their credit. Is this a little too deep? Anyways, we're talking about manifestation and this is my truth, okay? So I was like, I want a guy that is a good man, that like is good to me, that helps me, okay? That's what I wrote. I also put that I want someone that's like my best friend. Remember that little vision board? So why am I sharing this with you? Because you don't know what could happen when you truly believe that you are deserving of having what you put on there. This year is going to be different. The reason why I'm tapping into these monthly goals and they're not going to all happen in one day. The reason why I'm doing month to month. Oh, my knee. That's why I gotta do Pilates. Okay, the reason why I'm gonna be doing these month-to-month vision boards is because this is gonna be like where I put bigger, where Lord, please guide me on my decisions. Yes, this is where I write down like what kind of foods am I gonna be eating? How am I gonna be nourishing my body, right? I've already manifested things before and so have you, and that's what I want you to take away from this video today. You've already brought good things into your life. Let's do it again, okay? Anyways, I wrote on here, we have 12 new chapters, 365 new chances. Okay. We also are going to do more walking because walking is helping me calm my nervous system, okay? I'm a little dramatic. But look at the fruit bowls that I've been making, okay? We're going to eat healthier. We're going to make healthier choices. Also, I want to understand that self-made? Nah, baby, I'm God-made, okay? Whoever you believe in, I will never put who I believe onto you, but I just have to be authentic to my true self because that's who I believe in. And that's what, let me tell you, when things get hard, I'm like, Chewy, oye, papito, tú ves lo que me está pasando. Okay, anyways. I've been having more protein oats. Look at this queen. I am into Pilates, honey, and I'm putting her on there because she looks like she has really good energy. I also love the fact that she's like literally standing straight, her core. It's really what I'm working on. I also printed out this, and even though this is divine how this happened, this is it. Due to divine reason, this light cannot be dimmed. Do you see how it got cut off? That's what people be trying to do in your life. They be trying to dim your light. No, mamita, don't let that happen. And let me tell you, why did this not come out perfect? Because this was probably confirmation with the universe wanting to let me know like, hey girl, don't worry. You're going to grow. You're going to do such big things in this world that people are going to possibly don't want to speak that over my life. But in the event someone tries to come dim my light, this is my confirmation that nobody, and hear me good, nobody can interfere with what he has for me. You understand? So I am not going to shine or dim who I am for anybody, and neither should you. We have outgrown that identity. We are no longer in the season where we have to shrink who we are to make other people feel good about themselves. Friends, partners, co-workers. No, we don't have to. Why should we be embarrassed of the abilities that they have given us? Why should we be embarrassed of the abilities that have been given to us? Do you know that your DNA, your fingerprints, your thumbprint, your whatever, nobody could duplicate that? What does that tell you? Sorry, I kicked the camera. What does that tell you? I really need to work on these muscles because this sciatica me trae cansada, okay? Anyways, we have more fresh fruit. I need to be thankful in everything. I can't just be thankful for when the scale's like, oh yeah, it went down. What about the days that I'm retaining a little bit of water and it went up? What am I gonna be? Oh, today's not a good day? No. I'm gonna be like, okay, queen, I see you. What does she need? Does she need more water? Does she need to cut back on sodium? Does she need more rest? Has her stress levels been high? Has she not gone number 2? Just saying, okay? All right, so that's that. And then I also wrote on here, a year full of love and laughters, okay? Ooh, the autofocus. And then I wrote, the Lord says, I will give you back 7 times of what you lost. The reason why I printed this is because I had a huge aha moment. I gotta close with this because I gotta go to work, girl. Okay, I had a huge aha moment. One of the reasons why I have not gone full on with what's been given to me is because I lost 2 businesses prior. One was swept right underneath because I had integrity and I chose not to entertain a married man. And I told him if he ever tried that one more time, I was gonna tell his wife. Okay, and guess what? 2 weeks later, I got evicted from my own business. Okay, because I didn't want to have my name on anything because I was going through a separation and my kid's dad was taking me to court. He was trying to take me for everything, although he came with nothing, which is crazy. But anyways, he took the business from us, right? We had a party supply store in Riverside and he ended up sweeping all of that. He put everything in containers. I pulled up to our shop and it was empty. Then I start another business, this big dream. I opened up a shop. I had a business partner. This business partner fell in love with me. This guy was able to buy whatever he wanted. He was actually my client, and I give all thanks to God because he put this man in my life at the time where I was able to learn from him as a mentor. I looked at him kind of like a father figure because it was a lot older. This business, I was doing really, really good. I had this vision of what I wanted, the energy, the vibe. I'm telling you, I used to work till 11 p.m. at night with my kids in my minivan, dropping flyers off, leaving flyers on cars. I hustled, you guys. It was not just given. You also have to put in the work. But guess what? When he started realizing that he wasn't going to get what he was going to get from me because he's always been able to buy anything with money and he couldn't buy me, okay? This ain't Pretty Woman right here, even though it's one of my favorite movies, but no, babe, no, okay? And I ended up getting evicted from my own shop, which legally was not under my name. So what did that let me know? That when going into business with someone, you got to be careful because today you're partners, tomorrow you're enemies. And that's what happened to me. At that time, I got back on my feet. I was paying off all of my debt. I was doing even cundinas. I was saving that money and paying off my debt. What ended up happening was that I ended up having this all the way in my subconscious mind, this belief that I'm scared to go into business because someone's going to take it from me. Someone's going to try and come after me. That's a fearful mindset. That's not a mindset from my higher power at all. That's from the enemy trying to keep me small. So now guess what? Now when I go into business, I know what I need to do. I know that I'm not going to go in it with the business partner because two of my businesses that I really helped like transform. One of them, I'm going to be honest with you, my ex pretty much paid for all of that, but we charged up all my credit cards. It was my credit. It was a whole bunch of, it was a mess. Anyways, and now I know that when I go into business, I'm going to do it by myself. And I don't need to be scared of the potential that I have. I don't need to dim who I am because I don't want to feel bad that I'm leaving anybody behind. Some of you guys are scared to succeed because you're scared to leave your family members behind. You're embarrassed for them to know of what you're capable of doing. And if you're raised like we were to where don't leave your brother behind, don't leave your sister behind, you know, make sure you guys always take care of each other. You may be personally dimming your light because you are scared of the success that you could have in your family. You may be the first millionaire in your family, but that's what we're supposed to do. We're supposed to become better. We're not supposed to dim our light for anybody because then you're not living to your true potential. And that's what 2026 is going to represent for me. It's about me stepping into my greatness. And I encourage you to do this with me. You don't have to do everything in 1 month. And that's why doing these month by month is really what's going to make a big difference for us because we could actually focus on one thing or focus on a couple of things. Every 3 months, I'm going to be doing a life audit. I don't have enough time to do this board with you guys right now. I apologize, but I want to get this video up for you guys today because that's another commitment that I have. This year, I want to publish 150 videos on YouTube. It's going to either be long form, short form, but I'm going to be publishing it. Why? Because this makes me happy. I would be doing you guys a disservice if I didn't share the things that have helped me elevate in my life, like paying off the debt. And that's another thing real quick. If you are on a debt journey, I want you to do this. List all of your debt, everybody that you owe. Just start listing it, all of it, okay? Then get another sheet of paper and organize it. Put it the highest all the way down to the lowest. You need to know where you're at in order to know where you are going to go, okay? So you see how I listed everything from the highest all the way down to the lowest? There was a lot more, you guys. It was like over 40 something thousand dollars that I owed. You're gonna start working from the bottom going up. I'm gonna share with you guys exactly, hopefully I could have it up for Wednesday, but I'm gonna show exactly how I'm gonna be using this board, how I'm gonna be putting all my calendars, and by the end of this video, hopefully you guys will see the finished product of this, but I'm gonna have to do that today on my lunch break because I honestly have to go. Also, the other thing that I am going to be sharing with you guys down below is the link for this. This has been a game changer. I've been documenting everything on here from my weigh-in, my steps, everything. I want to be able to document exactly week to week. Also, I'm working with my body, not against it. So I also need to know how am am I feeling when I'm in those different stages of my period? So with that said, you guys, thank you guys so very much for being here. I love you guys so very much. Consider subscribing if you like videos like this. And with all of that said, lean in, babe, lean in. A little forehead kiss. Mwah! Las quiero mucho, las adoro, las amo, and I will see you guys on the next one. Bye.